Hey guys.
Good morning.
Go ahead, do it again. It's not good morning to them. You don't know when they're watching it.
Hey guys.
Hey, we are headed down to the river market this morning. It is a Sunday morning, about 10:30. We're running late to our brunch.
It's supposed to be there at 10:30.
Supposed to be there at 10:30. You're supposed to be at Brown Loe, which Brown Loe is one of our favorite restaurants. And if you fly into the airport, you will see that there's a Brown Loe right there inside the airport.
If you ever have a layover, check out Brown Loe.
Yeah, there's an enormous amount of choices on their menu, and they're known for, at least I think they're known for their oysters. But we're gonna go down and do brunch there. Then we're gonna head over to the city market, which is, it's right at the city market. And we're gonna try to find deals on the last day of the farmer's market for fresh fruits. So Tara noticed that I've been turning 40 and she's been coming up with healthy options for me.
Making them drink green smoothies in the morning. So we're gonna go get some vegetables and fruits for our smoothies.
There's also a spice shop down there I want to go to where you can buy. Our cleaner threw away all my good spices because she said they were old. But they are great because you can buy all the spices there and they don't have added salt, so that I can add my own salt. I don't like buying seasonings that are 90% salt, and they have a great place to buy.
See, he's turning into an old man.
Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to show you, this is our drive from Gladstone, where we office at, to the river market. So we talk about in these videos how easy it is to get around in Gladstone. I mean, this is a city street. It's, Highway 1. They call it a highway. It's really not. It's just Antioch Road. We're doing 40 miles an hour. We're going to get on the highway right here. We're going to be cruising at 65 to 70 all the way to River Market. And that's what I really want you guys to understand when you're coming to Kansas City. Like, you don't have to live near the River Market to use the River Market. So we live even another 5 to 10 minutes north of our office. So this is going to be a typical suburb into downtown Kansas City. So we'll see you down there.
See you there. All right, so here we are. We've made it to the river market. It's going to be up here on the left. We were a little late, so of course parking was kind of hard to find. So if you're going to come down here, try to get here as early as you can so you can get a good parking spot. So there's two entrances.
And here's Brown Loe. That's where we're late to.
Yep.
But we had to go park around the back side because there was no parking on the front side, which made us even extra
later. So we opted for a paid parking spot. If you want to park on the side of the street, it is free. However, again, you have to get there early. So we found paid parking area. For 2 hours, it was $5. You could also pay $10 for 8 hours. So we did opt for that because we were going to explore for a while.
Now, Kansas City does have public transport. We've talked about there's not a whole lot of it, but that is what it looks like. Ride KC Max is our public transport. Also the streetcar, which you're going to see as we're walking up here. Tara's hair is getting very long.
And blonde. I used to be brunette. Now it's blonde. So this is where you can hop on the streetcar.
There's actually two spots in River Market. This will be the east side of it, and there's also a west side pickup as well. All right, now we are very late to our brunch, so we're going to see if Brown Loe will still give us a table.
Oopsie.
If not, we might be
Walking around.
might just be eating a lot of fruit. One other cool thing, and this is a girl I went to school with, her family, they actually discovered this, but there's a Steamboat Arabia Museum here, which is basically they found an old steamboat in a field, still buried in mud. They dug it up, and there's an entire museum of all the stuff that was still inside that steamboat. They still have pickles that you can eat off of it, and wine bottles and all sorts of stuff. So if you're ever down here, it's a really cool museum to check out. It's right there.
We were pleasantly surprised to find out that it was the Chalk and Walk Festival. There's a lot of amazing artists there. I couldn't believe what some of them were doing with all these artwork.
Yeah, we should have brought our kid with us because he's really into horror and Halloween, and it seemed like most of the stuff was Five Nights at Freddy's, or there's Beetlejuice over there.
They had a lot of amazing artists there.
The roped off ones were crazy. I don't know who those artists were, but
I just wonder how many hours they've been studying there. Did they start yesterday, or start the day before, or did they start that morning? It's beautiful.
And this made us extra late to our Brown Loe appointment, or reservation.
It was hard not to stop and look at them. They were amazing.
You can see they have a bunch of tents and stuff out as well. So the city market's not just, fruits and vegetables and food, but, here's an antique person or somebody selling a bunch of music equipment. They've got everything down there. I remember being a kid and you could buy all of the, I grew up with all the cassette tapes. None of them had the entire booklets on the inside, and I always thought that was weird. I could never read the lyrics, and I just was raised listening to bootlegged cassette tapes. And here we are coming to Brown Loe. We are fashionably late.
But they did let us in, so that was it. That was good.
Yeah, they actually banned you for a minute. I think they were making some comment that they'd have to take you off the banned list since we didn't show up. But inside here, you can see it's like a 1930s or 1920s diner. It's got a very authentic feel. Long bar. Again, so many options on their menu. We've had so many great nights there. There's Tara getting in trouble.
Yeah, talking my way into a table.
So it was a beautiful day, probably 74, 75. So we took a seat outside. Wanted to show you, the comings and goings of Kansas City River Market. I had a pretty good Bloody Mary, and can you remember what you ordered?
It tasted like an orange.
It was like orange dreamsicle.
Yeah, like
that's what it was.
Orange dreamsicle. I can't remember the name of it.
Now my food was awesome. It was very spicy, and Tara's was even better. It was
better. I had the crab cakes Benedict. I would order that over and over and over again. It was so good. Justin ordered the special like always. He usually lets the waiter or waitress order his food for him because he doesn't want to choose.
It's mostly because I'm a little kid.
All right, so after brunch, we decided to head out into the city market and see what all we could find. Through here is a lot of different little vendors that have, they had honey, they had mushrooms, they had, what else? They had iron-on patches, they just a little bit of everything, different crafts that they sold in there. So we just took a walk through there and explored.
Yeah, and Sunday's the slower of the 2 days. But here, we picked up a bunch of patches for our jackets at work. And then I ended up buying some mushroom powder. They were selling the different chaga, lion's mane mushrooms. So we ended up buying a whole bunch of that. I've been drinking that at the office all week. I think I'm getting smarter. I think things are getting better. I can't swear to it.
We're going to come down and buy fruits and vegetables for our smoothies. But we wanted to go to Crossroads, take the streetcar and go down to Crossroads. So we decided not to buy our fruits and vegetables right away because we want to carry them all day long.
Plus, the best buys are usually at the end of the day. So we figure we'll stop back by and we'll start haggling and negotiating right before they pack up.
So there's more things to do in River Market than just the city market. There's restaurants, there's bars, there's coffee places.
I mean, again, we were there on a Sunday morning, but if you were there on a Friday night, it wouldn't look like that at all. In fact, they have concerts and they have all sorts of festivals that take place on the same grounds. But of course, we were there on a Sunday morning. We'll have to come back and do another episode and show you
Friday night River Market.
Yeah, Friday night River Market. So we headed out of the river market and we went down to the streetcar. So we got on the streetcar, and being that it was a Sunday afternoon, it was very packed. We had to stand. We rode it down to the library.
Kansas City Library.
The Kansas City Library. Now, what makes the Kansas City Library so unique, Tara?
So their parking garage looks like a bookshelf.
But what's my favorite thing? I love the rooftop. Most people don't even know you can go up to the rooftop, but you can go up to the rooftop and overlook part of the city, but you can play a game of chess up there.
They have one of those giant chess boards up there you can play.
Life-size chessboard. It's really cool.
So we made our way down to Power and Light District.
Now, Power and Light is located right across the street from the Sprint Center, so it's really like the entertainment complex that supports all of the concerts and NCAA games and stuff that happen at the Sprint Center.
There's 2 levels of bars and restaurants, so you can have some dinner, have a drink.
You can even ride the mechanical bull or swing over to the Dueling Pianos bar. There's an Irish bar, pizza bar, there's dance clubs, anything I'm leaving out?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, if you were visiting this city, that would definitely be the tourist spot. That'd be the place you'd want to go check out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, once you're down at Power and Light and you want to get away from the most touristy part of Kansas City, you would simply cross the highway and you'd make your way down to Crossroads, which is where we headed next. So we're going to cross from Power and Light into Crossroads, and it's incredibly easy. You just cross this bridge right here. There's quite a few of them. They go all the way down through here. So this is where they're going to put that South Loop project, which will be a park that'll cover the highways here. You won't have bridges anymore. It'll just be, greenway and parks and places for, people to go take the dogs for a walk and just to go, enjoy a park instead of literally, it's only a few hundred yards at most to cross from one to the other, but it's a barrier. It's just like some sort of just an emotional barrier for people, where if they go to Power and Light, they just kind of stay at Power and Light, and Crossroads, I guess they stay more at Crossroads. So the city recognizes the benefit of doing it. Again, most of the money's already raised for it, so it looks like it's probably going to happen. Penway Point's getting ready to take off this fall. We'll have the Ferris wheel already up and running. So this would be the next thing that I would expect to have happen. So we made it across the bridge and into Crossroads, and you'll see as soon as you cross into Crossroads,
it's a lot more artsy vibe down here.
Yeah, a lot more liberal. You're going to see murals all over the walls, and it's just a different district. It's not the same as Power and Light. Power and Light's a little more trendy. This is a little more hipster, I guess would be the way I would describe it.
Yeah, in fact, they do first weekends down here. So first weekend of the month, the businesses are open longer at night.
Yeah, there's different activities going on. It used to be a bigger event, but now it's a weekend-long event. It used to be First Fridays.
So Friday night used to be more popular, but I guess now Saturday afternoon is more popular than what Friday nights are.
And one thing you need to know that we didn't show you necessarily is that we could have rode the streetcar, but instead we opted to hump it from the library through Power and Light down to here. Most people probably would have took the streetcar.
So next time we're going to take the streetcar, because if you've never been to Kansas City before, it gets pretty hot, and that was a really hot walk.
Yeah, I think it was about 95 degrees that day.
It was pretty sweaty.
So we were obviously thirsty. We didn't bring a camel pack or any water with us on that trek. So where'd we go next, Tara?
Went to the Crossroads Hotel. So we were really hoping that we could show you the rooftop bar that they have, but they don't open till 4, and we were there a little early.
We didn't check our phone before we got there, and
we opted for the lobby bar instead.
There wasn't any other choice. So we had quite a few drinks. They have some pretty fancy drinks. They had a good mixologist working that day.
Yeah, we let him choose our drinks for the day. So whatever he gave us is what we drank.
She pulled a Justin and rolled the dice on some tequila and...
Tequila. I think I had 2 tequila drinks.
So you can see that... we were pretty hot. I think I drank most of the hotel's water.
Yeah, I think I downed 2 glasses before I even got the drink, and I was exhausted and hot.
And we were plenty hydrated, so
it was time to walk back.
We were going to catch the streetcar this time, but
it was so crowded.
And we were so sweaty. I felt, I don't do well in crowds like that, especially when I'm the sweaty one. So we
and whenever we say we walked back, I think it was only like a 30-minute walk. So it's not like we're going a long ways. It was just a really hot day. And as you can see, there's not a lot of shade on the road.
So as we were walking back, we found a awesome graffiti alleyway that we could get some awesome power walking shots of Tara for promo.
Yeah, real great. So for us, doing these videos, one of the most fun things about it is that we get to be a tourist in our own city.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like a lot of people, they live at the lake and they use it when they first go there. You know, we do use our city a lot, but I find that doing these videos really makes us enjoy
Slow
it.
down and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if you want us to explore any other parts of the city, please chime in down below. And again, if you're even thinking of moving to Kansas City, we're here to help make that transition a breeze. Just remember that when it comes to moving to Kansas City, all you have to do is point the direction and we'll guide you there.